Hi, and welcome to my review of the Milky Way Q 100% human hair master mix. And that just basically means that, well, it's a synthetic human hair blend, and whatever human hair they used was 100% human. But it is a blend. Um, so yeah, this is my first time getting curls. It's loose deep, so it's more like a weave. But the way, and I'll show you, the way it came out on my hair looks curly. And it might have something to do with the way I roll it, which I will go over more towards the end. I mean, how I roll it when I go to sleep. So I didn't do, this was my first quick weave. I didn't do a tutorial, and excuse me if I look like I'm looking down, but that's where the screen is and the camera's up there, so I haven't gotten that. It's hard. So anyway, just saying. Oh, this is my first time doing a quick weave, so I did not tape it. But I will go over how I did it. And you would not want to be there when I first did it because it was long and crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. It took me a while, but in the end, I finally kind of got things figured out. And I learned it off of other people on YouTube. And I should have gotten their names. I put them, but if I can find them, I'll like put them in the underbox because I saved it on my on my brother's computer right now. But yeah, so they had some really good tutorials that were very helpful, and I'd love to give them the views because they were good. But this is what I did. I used Echo Styler Super Protein Styling Gel Max Hold 10. Um, it's a brown gel. I used probably a third to a fourth of it. And I got it in brand new, like I said, my first review. So that's the first thing I did. I sectioned it off into parts, flipped it up, crisscrossed it so it would lay flat because I had it in halves, and then so yeah. So like, say this was the hair, my real hair. Put it in half. Then I took one side, put it on. Next section, put it on. Next section, put it on. Then I flipped it up and put it on until it was flat. And I took the other side, same thing, crisscrossed it like so. So, but it laid flat, of course, and it wasn't this long. My real hair, probably around there. Okay, so then after it was dry, probably dried it for around 15 minutes with a blow dryer. Probably my least favorite part of the whole process because you were just sitting there with the blow dryer. Had to really get it even until it was hard, and it does get hard, and it seems like it'll never get hard. It'll always be like just like a real tacky feel, but it will get hard, so you have to wait until it gets hard. Then I laid styling paper. This is what keeps the glue from touching your hair. Um, Looks like this. It's $1.34 at the store. You can get black or white. I got black. I figured, why not? Because just in case it showed through, but of course it doesn't show through. So yeah, $1.34 for like a bunch of sheets, and you're gonna use like maybe 4 tops to cover your head. A lot of people just put it around the edges, but I covered my whole head with it because I didn't want to touch my hair. And over that, I just spritzed this. This was $1 at the dollar store. It's a whole bottle. White Rain Maximum Hold Hairspray. I use this every single time I do my hair. I don't actually use it on my hair because I don't use hairspray, but I use it like well, I'll get to that. So yeah, I just sprayed this all over the tracks, and then I blue dried that as well just to keep it down. And then I don't have one, but I put a stocking cap over it all, and I did take just a little bit of glue and put it around the edges onto the styling paper just to hold it down because I wasn't sure. No one had mentioned that. I'm not even sure if you really needed to do that, but I wasn't sure like how it stayed on. I was like, wait, how does this stay on your head? So I did that, and I don't know, maybe you weren't supposed to, so don't take my advice on that. Let's see. After the stocking cap, after the glue on. Oh, big thing. I did leave out hair. I left out hair all around my head. Not very much, just a little. And then where you would usually put your invisible part, I don't know if you can see that, I left out just a little bit of hair. Just a little bit, just to give it that natural, because I don't really think visible parts look that natural unless you're like really, really good. Even then, it's like a really wide part, which isn't like, it makes it look like you're bald there. So I don't think that looks natural. I don't know. I've never tried an invisible part. I probably wouldn't do very good at it. I'm sure there's a way to make it look natural, but I don't know, and I didn't have time to try to figure that out, or time to mess up. So yeah, that's what I did there. Then I just glued the wax on. I did one long piece all the way up to here. I used 18 inches 1B, and 12 inches because they didn't have 14 in a 1B33. But I really like the 12. It looks nice. So yeah, glued one bit, whacked all pretty much all the way around, not touching where my bangs started on this side and on this side. And then, you know, then I got to, oh, about right there, put the 12 on, up to right about there, right when I needed just like 2 more tracks of hair, and that's when I got out my bump. I was gonna use Doobie, but they didn't have Doobie in the color I wanted. 1B33. I'll take this out so you can see it. Works wonders, love it. It was, oh, well, this is more expensive than the Doobie. Says it's $15, but I got it for $12 because the Doobie was 12 and I had to return it. And they're like, oh, well, maybe this for 15 or excuse me, 12. So this is what it comes looking like. So does the Doobie, but the sensational worked really well, and it's kind of like the same texture. But this is 100% human hair, which is good for your top because your top is going to be exposed a lot. Although human hair is really good for your bottom as well because it gets the most like wear and tear, kind of sliding across your back and neck. So yeah, it comes like this. I probably used, I don't think half, but a lot. Um, it's like pre-curled, like towards the bottom, so it's really good for bangs. I put 2 tracks right there. Then on the front, oh, I don't know, I put a lot of tracks in there. But it ended up making, I didn't want my bangs to be too full, and I was scared once I got to like the 3rd track that they were going to be too full. I probably put about 5 tracks in there. Yeah, and I started to curve it until I made a hole. And my first time using closure, I don't know if you can see that, closure right there. And what I did for the closure is I just took some of this, because it's curled, I rolled it outside so that the flip, I don't know if you can see that, so that the flip was on the outside instead of the inside. Then I sewed it as well. Like I put glue on it, rolled it up, but that doesn't hold. And after that was dry, I sewed it. And then I fired it with a flat iron until I get it as flat as I could, and then I put it into the hole and find it down there. I put a little spritz in there too so it would hold. Oh, my method of putting in tracks. Spritz reminds me of that because I use spritz and a blow dryer. For each track, after I get it on, I spritz it with this, again, hairspray. And then I blow dry it until it's dry. And I will say this, putting tracks onto the head thing, the stocking cap, was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, lesson learned there. But yeah, okay, to the hair. Is it good quality? People were saying it shedded a lot. The Milky Way Q Curl collection, it sheds a lot. What I did for each and every track is I put glue on the end. I spritzed it and then I blew dry. Then I blow dried it until it bonded. So basically, does it shed? Yes. But before that, I would just like slightly tug on the end. Sorry about that. My computer just had a glitch. I would slightly tug on the end, and it would pull out. Uh, I'm reaching 10 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna make a part two. Uh, sorry, I'm like mid sentence here. Watch my part two.